Hey, what's up, YouTube land? This is Mr. Olympus, aka either Mr. Superman or usually they call me Muscle Man in the neighborhood. Yep, so my site, I do bodybuilding, you know what I'm saying? I'm 238 pounds, solid, 5'8". But anyway, one of my other trademarks that I like doing is I like video games and basically repairing video games and systems, you know what I'm saying, as a pastime. So I love doing that, been doing it, you know what I'm saying, for many years. Basically, I'm like the guru in my neighborhood of it. So I'm going to share some secrets with you. I ran into an encounter and people have been asking questions about this. Okay, what happens if I spill a drink inside my joystick console? Okay, now I'm going to go over it briefly. PlayStation 3, okay, if you spill a drink inside your console, first thing you want to do is you want to sit there and take the power, then to disconnect from the power. Take it away from your system, unplug it from your system, from your PS3 or PS4. Next thing you want to do as soon as possible, you want to get a screwdriver set, open it up, and you want to sit there and try to disconnect the battery. If you can't get next to the battery or get to the battery, don't try to power anything on, set it by a fan. As quick as you can, set it by a fan. If you spill drinks such as beer, sodas, anything that's sticky, it's going to leave a residue. Definitely do not just dry it by the fan, plug it back on, and turn it back on. You're going to do more damage to it and you're going to fry one of the components inside the circuitry. In the event that you spill beer or soda, you want to take it apart, carefully take the joystick apart. What I recommend people doing, and like I said, I can't do live videos, so I can't really show you how to do it, step by step. So I'm going to go over it and tell you what you have to do. So that way, hopefully I get enough subscribers and I can start doing live videos and show you guys how to do half the stuff that I do. So that way, you save a quick buck. Because like I'm a gamer, man, and I gain nothing more when a man gets pissed because he can't play his game. He got to wait till the next day till a store opens up, you know what I'm saying, to get a new component. So I'm going to save you the headache. Next thing you want to do is you want to get isopropyl alcohol. This is what I get right here. You want to get 90 proof. Anything over 70 proof is what you want to get. You want to get isopropyl. It's going to be your best friend. Alright, back to what I was saying. Now in the event you spill soda or anything like that, or beer, or any kind of fluids, the first thing you want to do, like I said, unplug the system. That's the first thing. Not your system, but unplug the wire that leads from your joystick to your console. Immediately unplug it, stop, unplug it. I can't stress that enough. The next thing you want to do, again, try to get a screwdriver, get to it, disconnect the battery. We're going to go over the components, see if I can flip my screen around. I don't think I can. Alright, so here's what basically the battery's going to look like. This component right here. You want to unplug this. You want to pay special attention to this. This is your reset switch right here. Okay, so we're just going to basically show you these two components. Disconnect this. This wiggles right out. So you just pull this right out. Take that battery apart, disconnect it, kill all the power to it. So that way it doesn't fry the system. On the back of it, okay, on your joystick right here, is where your power system is. You don't want nothing in there to get damaged or fried, because then you'll have to repair it, and then you'll have to do what I got, which I just invested in, a soldering gun. So that way, you know what I'm saying, that's the best friend right there. I just repaired my stick today because I just spilled alcohol in it, and as you can see, I just did a solder job on it, and see, I got power in it right now. So I just fixed the stick, so you guys know I'm not hoaxing you. Let me see if I can get this thing angled right. So you can see the red light. I got power, I got juice, I just fixed it. This is what I do by trade. This is what I love doing. I've been working on computers for many, many, many years in components. So I'm happy to be one of the big guys to sit there and tell you everything that's going on and how to fix these things easily. So that way it saves you money. Once you disconnect the battery, this component with the reset switch right here, this is the thing you want to be careful of. Okay, any single time when you sit there and you have a spill or anything like that, that's basically like a circuit breaker. Basically, it's for the circuit breaker for the controller. Once it gets wet and fluid gets into it, don't panic if the stick doesn't turn back on. That's normal. That safety breaker is going to stop it from doing any more damage. So that's going to power off. After you get finished doing that, what you want to do is you want to take it apart. After you get finished taking it apart, okay, you're going to use the isopropyl alcohol with Q-tips, okay? You want to use a higher than 70%. The reason why I say that is because when you use the Q-tips, it'll dry instantly. You don't want it wet, plug it back in with alcohol or a little bit of fluid, and it gets moist, and bam, you fry the whole board. Isopropyl, best thing to use. anything over 70. And because you don't want the perfumes in it, the perfumes are going to make the, you know, the moisture in it stay. Alright, so the next thing you want to do, you want to take the battery out, use the Q-tips, you want to clean it as best as possible. After you get finished cleaning it, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to reassemble it, you're going to put the battery back together. In order to sit there and do a hard reset on your remote, on your controller, what you're going to do is you're going to plug it in, you're going to press that you're going to press the start button, you know what I'm saying? Once you hit the start button, if it doesn't power up and you got the system turned on, then what you got to do is you got to do what's called a hard reset. Okay, so there's two types of resets you can do with it. Me, I just do this one main one, and it just covers everything. So what I'll do is I'll plug my wire in to my controller, plug it into the console. First thing you want you to do. Second thing I want you to do is turn the console on. Once the console loads up, you see the PS3 logo and everything like that come on. Then what you're going to do is you're going to hit the center start button, okay? The see-through button that's usually on the front of your console. Not the start or select, but the round see-through button. Going to push that, hold that for a few seconds. That should get you flashing lights. Or you should have this. See how the lights are flashing? That's what you want to see. If you don't see that, then what you want to do is you want to hit this button right here. Once you hit this button right here and you press it and you hold on to it and you hold on to the start button at the same time. You want to hit that button 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Keep your finger on it. Then you want to hit that start button. That does a hard reset. That basically trips the circuit breaker and it forces it to turn back on. But when you do that kind of a hard reset, make sure that you have it thoroughly clean. Because if not, and it does a hard reset and turns on, because basically you're saying, look, master, I figured the whole thing out. You know what I'm saying? You could trust me. I got the wheels. Everything's clean. And once you tell that system it's clean and it turns around and hits fluid, it's over. You know what I'm saying? You're going to run into more complications. So after that, pretty much that's how you do a hard reset. But anyway, like I said, if you get soda or anything like that in there, clean it with isopropyl alcohol. Once you clean it with isopropyl alcohol, the next thing I like to do is I'll turn a fan on. Like here's my little fan. I'll turn my fan on and I'll let it sit by my fan for 2-3 hours. Fuck the time. It doesn't matter if it's going to take a little bit of time. Excuse me for cursing. But the thing is, you want to make sure that that thing is dry all the way down. After you know the circuit board is dry, then you want to go in and start putting in work. Okay? So the main cue you want to do, make sure you got those flashing lights. What happened for mine, this little component on my reset switch fell off. So what I had to do was I had to reinstall this. This thing right here, I had to put this back in there. And I had to use my solder gun. So I don't know if you can see, that's fresh solder. And you want to make sure when you put the solder on there, you want to put it on there just right. You put it in there jacked up, and you don't know what you're doing, and let's just say, for instance, solder runs into another component, you could cause it to short out. So be careful how you sit there and you apply solder. When you apply the solder, apply it a little inch at a time. Heat it up. Just let it keep going. Let it keep going. You know what I'm saying? Hot. Don't keep going up it, because you're going to make more of a bigger ball. You're going to come up with this stuff. You don't want a big ball of it. You just want a little bit of it. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come up once it starts to fizzle. As soon as it fizzles, then what you want to do is you just want to let up off of it for a little bit. And then after that, let it cool, heat it up, let it cool. And then what I like to do is I just tap it, drop it. And what'll happen is it'll turn into little bubbles. And then you get like little straight lines like this. And that's what you want, little small lines. You don't want nothing super huge. You want it just like that. And then after that, you make your contact points and you're good to go. But anyway, that's for now. I'll sit there and fill you in. If you have any, cues as far as getting your controller wet or anything like that, just call, message me back, and, I'll walk you through it step by step until I can start doing things live. But I'll show you how to sit there and reset your whole thing and, get your joystick going back all over again. All right. Peace out from Mr. Olympus.